Hey everybody, it's Game Nuts here, and thanks for taking time to come check out my YouTube page. This is the day before Battlefield Hardline launches. It's actually going to launch at 0600 my time, because I'm over here in Germany. But for everybody else back in the States, it's going to launch at midnight for you guys. The game, of course, already started preloading Sunday night on the 15th, so hopefully if your PS4, Xboxes, and so forth have been turned on and they've already got that preloaded done. But right here we're going to take a look at their website. It's www.battlefield.com/hardline. And if you haven't had a chance to jump on this site and check out some of the previews of what's to come and some of the options that you're going to have, some of the different game modes, then I highly suggest it. But I'm going to take you through this and show you guys a couple things that I think is pretty interesting. So is go to their website, you click on the game here, and I'm just going to briefly cover the modes, the maps, gadgets, and the vehicles. I'm not going to cover too much on single player because that's you'll figure that out. There'll be a lot of reviews on YouTube for stuff like that. So let's jump up here to the different game modes that we're going to have here in Battlefield Hardline. You can see first off, for multiplayer modes, it talks about Hotwire. And hopefully some of you guys have actually checked out the beta. I actually got an opportunity to play that, and I played it for several days and was extremely impressed with the game. The way the cars handled, the way the guns fired, the sounds, the controls felt natural. So really impressive game so far, and I'm really looking forward to the launch tomorrow morning for myself. But you can see some of the multiplayer modes we got here. We got Hotwire, and you can see over here it kind of breaks down what that is. I'll let you guys read that as I'll scroll through some of the screenshots here. I won't be watching the video clips. Actually, no, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the video clips here too. It'll kind of break down what you'll need to accomplish in these particular modes. So Hotwire, of course, you're stealing a car, and that's your zone, and you have to keep it away from everyone else. So they're trying to take you out, trying to take your vehicle out while you're in the vehicle. So you want to stay clear of them and rack up as much money as you can, or rack up as much points as you can while you evade the cops. So of course, like other Battlefield Hardline options, you're either the cop or you're the robber or the criminal. So you get an opportunity to adjust. You'll play one round as a criminal, and then you'll play the other round as the cop. So you can see there's motorcycles, there's different cars, there are helicopters, which we'll cover in a moment. Some boats you can drive around there, which is pretty neat. Nice little maneuver there. So you can see definitely action-packed, not like your typical first-person shooter game. There's a lot more variables there with driving vehicles and so forth. There's a tanker, which is one of the vehicles you could drive. So definitely excited about that. So the next one, moving on down the list here, we've got Heist. And you can see this right here. We'll watch a video on this as well. So all these videos are right on their website, so feel free to watch them multiple times. So of course, Heist, you're trying to rob a bank if you're the criminals, and if you're the cops, you're trying to stop the criminals from robbing the bank. So you can see they've made it into the vault. There's a couple cash drops there. Now once you pick up a cash drop, if you're the criminal, then you've got to take it to a pickup location and get picked up by the helicopter to get credit for that. So this map is a little bit smaller than the other maps, but it's a lot of fast action pace as well. So the next one, moving on down the line, is Rescue. You can see it talks about over there, Rescue is one of two cooperative modes, and it puts you in the place of the SWAT team or the criminals. So we'll take a quick look at the video here. It's a little over a minute long, and you guys can get an idea of the action and the detail that's going to go into play, either if you're the cop or if you're the criminal. So this looks also like a kind of like the Heist, a little bit smaller of a map, a little bit, you know, fast-paced, close combat type action, but definitely looks fun. I'm excited about this. This actually was not one of the previews in the beta package, so if you played the beta, this was not one that that we had access to. So definitely looking forward to that. Definitely ready to play some rescue. I hope I see a lot of you guys out there playing that. That looks like quite a bit of fun. So the next one, we've got Blood Money, and you can see a huge pile of loot is being intercepted in transit. So same thing here, same scenario. You're either the cops or you're the criminals. So we'll take a look at one of these videos here. They got multiple videos. I'm not going to show all of them for the sake of time. But if you're the criminals, it looks like everyone kind of stacks up with money, and then you got to get out of the building or whatnot and with the money. So like most of your Battlefield games, you can see the walls there can be destroyed, which makes it kind of nice there if you're trying to take out the enemies. A lot of the maps have a lot of interactions and stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to check those out. Coming up towards the last, we've got Crosshairs. Doesn't really go into a lot of details. There's no other screenshots and no videos on this one particular. And you can just see right here, it kind of breaks down what that is. The criminals are trying to erase the VIP's face from the world. So not quite sure the details on this one. We'll just have to wait and see tomorrow. And then we've got Conquest. Now, if you're familiar with the Battlefield 4, Conquest is usually your larger scale maps. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be along the same lines. For the beta, we did get to play one of the Conquest maps, and it was very large. It was the Dust Bowl, and really a good map. A lot of buildings you could go in and out of, but just large scale. So if using a sniper rifle is your type of thing, then you can definitely pick one of those up and go to town, get you some headshots, and make the other team pretty sorry they went against you. So then, last but not least, you got Team Deathmatch. It's pretty common, same thing. There's no screenshots, no videos or anything like that. It does look like you'll be able to drive some vehicles, which you can do that in most all other Battlefields. Something different than the Call of Duty series. So I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to driving the vehicles and getting out there and doing something a little bit different than just your regular first-person shooters. So that's the different multiplayer modes that Hardline is going to offer. I'm really looking forward to each and every one of them. I'm going to check each one of them out, and I'm going to do a video series on each one and kind of highlight some of the maps, some of the do's and don'ts, and some of the pros and cons to those particular different modes. So definitely pay attention to the site, pay attention to my YouTube page, because they'll be posting up shortly after the game launches tomorrow morning. So the maps. Moving on to the maps. You can see we got quite a few maps here. And these are just the multiplayer maps. Of course, you've got downtown, and I'll just show you the screenshots on this. Very open, a lot of driving. Driving's your thing. Definitely a lot of cars there. You can see the big crane here in the middle. Playing on this particular map during the beta session, you did notice, or I did notice, that the crane can actually fall over and disrupt some of the map and kind of alter it a little bit. So be careful and look out for that if you're driving around and you hear the crane coming down, because it can kill you. So moving down, we've got Riptide. Riptide looks like a pretty nice open map. It's some little beachfront there. And of course, you've got a nice house. You can see the weather effects there, so you can see it's raining in this particular screenshot. So looking forward to seeing some of the different weather variables within the game. Inside details, very detailed, multi-leveled. Don't really see any particular places to kind of hide out, so I think it's all going to be kind of fast-paced, in-your-face, kind of close combat shooting. So definitely, if that's your style of gameplay, then Riptide might be a map for you. Moving down to the Everglades, you can see with this particular screenshot, there's no other screenshots, but kind of dusky, kind of interesting map actually. It looks like you can go in and out of the buildings. This was not one of the ones that we got to preview in the beta, so this will be an all new one to a lot of people. Don't really know if there's any particular places to hide or anything like that, and don't know if the map's going to alter or change based on day or weather or anything like that, but looking forward to that. We've got Hollywood Heights. It's another looks like a beautiful house on the side of a cliff, so definitely going to be close combat type scenario there. I'm not sure the range of the map. You see a couple of the different screenshots there, kind of like Riptide, that particular map. Okay, we've got some construction type zone there too, so maybe there is multiple buildings, multiple houses in this particular map. So that'll give a little bit of creativity to the guys that are stealthy and sneaky. And we've got the block, which is basically just looks like your inner city rural block there. You know, you've got broke down cars, kind of rough neighborhood. So this actually looks kind of fun. Might be able to hide in the bushes a little bit and kind of get the guys as they're coming out of the corner. Maybe they won't see you. You got some of the other screenshots here. Got some cop cars, some vehicles to hide behind, some buildings to hide in, and stuff like that. See, then we got Grindhouse. Grindhouse is kind of like a warehouse. There's also vehicles here that you can hide around. You can go in the warehouse and kind of bounce things around. You'll recognize this map from the rescue mission. So it does look like it's got some interchangeability there. Same maps with different modes. So just be looking out for that. You can find your favorite spots as you get familiar with the different maps. Dust Bowl's the actual the Conquest map that I was talking about. That's actually really big. You can also do this in Hotwire and a couple other different game modes. But the apartment buildings there, you can actually go in and out of. All the different houses that you see there in the background, you can go in and out of. There's also some hills off to the left and off to the right. If you're a sniper, you can actually climb up on and get some pretty decent kills. It's not too great of a distance, depending on what scope you've got and what sniper rifle you're using, but definitely a lot of fun there. You see some of the other parts of the map. So this particular hill right here, that's one of the ones that you can actually climb up on, and you can shoot in this direction. There's actually a spot over here, so you can shoot that way or that way. So that's a pretty good hill, pretty good elevation. These mountains over here are actually up in the distance, and you actually don't have access to those. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe you can get on this roof. You can get onto the roof of, well, just about any building, actually, if you jump out of a helicopter and hit your parachute. So something to think about if you want to be stealthy and kind of get the edge on the other team. Let's see, of course you got some damage and stuff that happens in the map, so you can blow up the walls, blow up the roof, and kind of get to the enemy when they're least expecting it. So working our way towards the bottom, we've got the bank job. Now, like I was mentioning, this is actually kind of a smaller map. There's a lot of ins and outs, a lot of places you can hide, and you can actually go down into the subway here, and you can come out over here on this side, or you can come out over here on this side. So once you go down to the subway, it kind of opens up a different approach. A couple places to I really wouldn't say hide, but a couple places you can kind of stake out there and get a jump on somebody kind of running down, trying to make a move. And of course, once you're inside the bank, you've got the top level over here that you can run around. There's offices over here. There's offices on this side, so you can definitely move around quite a bit within this map as well, and within this building. You can get on the roof. You can run around the roof. There's actually parking garages that you can actually go up to the different levels in and use your sniper rifle and get some of the guys that are dropping in from the different zones. And last but not least, we've got Derailed. I have not played this map yet, but it does look pretty interesting. We've got a junkyard over here. You can see some warehouse buildings, a little bit of a, I guess that's like a sewage drainage area or whatnot, but some big tractor trailers. Not sure how big this map is, but I am looking forward to it. It does look fun. You can see you can go upstairs, so there's multi-levels there. Some construction type vehicles to hide around. Okay, so I guess you do have access to the sewage drain as well. So you'll be able to run around here. So this might actually be a pretty good sized map. We'll just have to wait and see tomorrow on launch day. So we'll talk a little bit about the gadgets. Now, the website doesn't cover the different guns that they're going to have in this game, but it does cover some of the gadgets. So I'll just run through these pretty quick, and you can read the description over here as we go down through here. So, of course, the ammo box, supplies ammo, armor insert, of course, that's, your protection. Ballistic shield, pretty self-explanatory. Breaching charges, you have quite a bit of fun with these with hot wire. You can throw those on the different vehicles as they're driving by and hit them and blow them up. So the camera's pretty neat. You can set a camera up somewhere on a floor, and then it will let you know where enemies are. So kind of a neat thing there if you're trying to do something kind of stealthy. Decoy, pretty much self-explanatory there. It makes noise and attracts enemies on your radar. I'm not sure how well that's going to be effective on multiplayer. That might be something more towards the single player, but definitely something to check out if that's your style of gameplay. The defibrillator, I'm not sure where you're really going to be able to use this at in multiplayer, but I definitely look forward to seeing some videos with some guys doing some multiplayer kills with the defibrillator. Might just be for life-saving. Just like the first aid pack here, just kind of recharge your life. We got gas grenades. Those are always fun. We've got gas masks that you can equip yourself with, so that way the gas grenades don't have any effect on you. Grappling hook. I saw a lot of people using this to get on top of buildings and different roofs. We got the laser trip mine. Can't go wrong with that. M18 smoke grenade or smoke bomb. Got the M67 frag grenade. Got the M79 M320HE grenade launcher, or high explosive grenade launcher. Definitely have fun with those on the hot wire, the different vehicles. Got a M84 flashbang. Of course, you can't go wrong with a Molotov cocktail. Got a repair tool, so you can repair a vehicle while you're driving, while somebody else is driving it. And keep that vehicle going on the road so you can keep gathering points and stuff like that. You got revive. You got sabotage. We got satellite phone. Stealth training. Not sure what that's going to be, but looking forward to that. Stunt driver. And you can see right here that it gives you some nitrous oxide boost to your vehicle while you're driving. Survivalist. Gives you the opportunity to revive yourself from roadkill or an explosive attack. The T-62 crew, that's going to be a short-range, non-lethal takedown. That's basically a stun gun. We have a tracking dart, so you can shoot an enemy or a vehicle and actually follow that vehicle around or be able to have a way or a means to track that individual or that vehicle. You see down here at the bottom, it says this allows rocket launchers to lock onto the target, so definitely pretty neat there. And then of course you've got the all-inclusive zip line, which I actually saw that being used quite a bit in the beta, so looking forward to that. Alright, last but not least is going to be the vehicles. We're going to wrap this up with the vehicles, and I haven't seen the airplanes or anything like that. There are some helicopters and stuff, which I'll cover here. But I'm really hoping that they bring the different aircraft that Battlefield 4 actually had. Really, I think that'll bring a different approach to the game. So we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be in a downloadable content or something to that nature. But you can see here we got an airboat. So if you're in any map like the Everglades or Evergreens, something like that has water around them, then you'll be able to jump on this. And you can see there's two seats there. So one guy will be driving, the other guy will be shooting. Then we have the attack helicopter. Pretty common. I think you recognize this quite a bit from Battlefield 4 with the attack helicopter that was there. Of course, this one is set up with a police paint scheme because you're either the police or you're the cops. And you can see there's a couple different variations to the attack copter. We've got counterattack trucks, a couple different variations there. You can see some heavy machine guns up on top, so that looks pretty interesting. We have some police coupes. Not sure what type of car that is. Front end kind of looks like a new Mustang, I guess. Maybe between a Dodge Charger, little cross there. I'm not sure, but definitely a little bit faster than the counterattack trucks. And we have a gunboat, which looks amazing. Definitely would love to own one of those in real life. I'm not sure where the guns are, but it definitely looks fast. And then, of course, for the criminals, you have your own particular speedboat. We've got mobile command centers. Definitely, they're pretty much an armored vehicle. And I'm not sure if you can hang out the top, the sides, or whatnot, and use your regular guns with this. But definitely looks like it can take a beating and keep on rolling. So we've got the off-road dirt bike. So you can pretty much go anywhere and everywhere with these. Pretty fast to get to where you're going. The police sedans, that's kind of your Charger, I guess you would say. Pretty basic car. We have street motorcycles, a little bit faster than the off-road motorcycle. Probably not going to be as fast off-road though, since they're made for the street. We have police SUVs, and you can see you can actually hang out these vehicles or actually out the roof and provide some gunfire. Then we have the tanker. I have noticed the tanker, at least in the beta version, the tanker actually really could not take a lot of damage. It was very fragile, very easy to blow up. So definitely be careful if you're cruising around in one of these tomorrow when the game launches, because most likely you're going to get taken out pretty quick. So I would definitely stick to the either the SUVs or the some sort of a fast car. You should be pretty good there. So we have a transport helicopter. And this particular helicopter here, I think you can shoot with it. And of course it carries, I believe, 6 different people. So you can definitely, your buddies can jump in there, and then once you get to a certain place on the map, then they can jump out and use their parachute down to get someplace a little bit faster. You can see a couple different variations there. And then, last but not least, we have the van. The van is kind of the same way as the tanker. It really can't take a whole lot of damage, but the cool thing about the van is you can put 6 people in it, including the driver, and you can actually open up the back doors, and you can have 2 players actually shooting out the back doors directly at the car following them, or some other players that are just running around. So I thought that was pretty neat when I played with it in the beta version. Really impressed with the hot wire and just the capabilities of being able to jump in a car, drive around, and blow people up. So if you haven't had a chance to check out their website, like I said, it's www.battlefield.com/hardline, and jump on here, check out some of the videos. I showed you a couple of them, but there's still a lot more out there. Check out some of the news, the different media. If you haven't logged in to Battle Log, you'll be able to track your stuff on your iPhone or your Android phone. Be able to track your stats, whether it's your kill ratio, the different weapons you've unlocked, and so forth and so on. So thanks for watching. This is Game Nuts, and I definitely look forward to seeing all of you guys on my YouTube page, as well as playing Battlefield Hardline tomorrow on launch day. So take it easy, and I'll see you guys around.